systemic racism needs to be addressed, and that's really what my dad and I are interested in.
A father and daughter have filed a BC Human Rights Commission complaint against Canadian Tire Corporation and Blackbird Security Inc., claiming they have experienced incidents of racial profiling and racism at this store behind me in Coquitlam. In January of 2020, Dawn Wilson and her father Richard Wilson purchased new tires for installation at the Canadian Tire store.
We went for our appointment. It was going to be about an hour and a half, so we decided to shop in the store while we waited.
Wilson recalls her father being approached by a security guard at the checkout, demanding to search Richard's backpack.
My dad let them look through his bag, and of course nothing was in there, so then he paid and we left. And when we got outside with the cart, I looked at him and I could see in his eyes how, that had impacted him, and I was just so ashamed of myself that I didn't stand up for him.
Wilson says when she went to pick up her car, she explained to one of the mechanics what had happened.
I felt safe enough to tell him what had happened, and he very loudly in front of everybody said that his dad taught him the difference between an Indian and a Native. He said, Indians come from the reserve and beg and steal and demand money, and Natives don't.
Since the incident took place, Wilson says they have reached out to Canadian Tire multiple times and claims the company is unwilling to meaningfully engage in resolution efforts.
Finally called, a while later, and they had misfiled my complaint and lost it. So they offered me a $50 gift card.
Wilson says she hopes by filing a human rights complaint, the company responds and addresses what happened.
He tried to pretend like nothing, was happening, and tried to smile and just act like it was normal.
In a statement to City News, a Canadian Tire spokesperson says, "We take this or any other claim of racial profiling and racism very seriously. It simply should not happen." The associate dealer who owns the store has been actively at the table, cooperating with the tribunal since the claim was filed. The statement goes on to say, "We believe that is the proper forum for these discussions, and we are not in a position to comment further." In Coquitlam, Stallone, City News.